For Sigmund Freud, man believed that what he said and did were the products of his conscious will alone. But the great psychologist demonstrated the existence of another part of our mind, which functions in darkest secrecy and can even rule our lives. This is the story of Freud's descent into a region almost as black as hell itself, man's unconscious, and how he let in the light.
Would deny it a respectable place in the pages of Encyclopedia Medica. Excellent description of hysteria may be found in records of witchcraft trials in former times. Its victims were supposed to be possessed by the devil. There were veritable epidemics of this delusion. Whole communities were infected. Yes, it was infectious, yet it had no germ. Hysteria violates the medical tenet that all bodily symptoms must be of organic origin, and the psychological tenet that the mind is capable of only one thought at a time. But facts do not cease to exist simply because they are in contradiction to our beloved theories.
How do you reconcile this with Charcot's theory? If her mind had been divided, why would remembering the traumatic incident relieve a symptom? The darkened part would still go on producing wild ideas.
No, Charcot is mistaken. Trauma does not divide the mind as an axe splits a log. It only causes the memory of the incident to be struck off from consciousness.
But how can unconscious memories create symptoms?
Because they are surrounded by emotions that cannot find their natural outlet through consciousness. If you are overcome by grief, you shed tears. Angry, you strike a blow. Frightened, you run. The emotion aroused in you is discharged in physical action. But what happens if the emotion is dammed up, strangulated? There's a fire in the fireplace, but the chimney is blocked. Fire doesn't go out, it smolders, and smoke fills the room, hallways, the entire house, and finally it leaks out through a pantry window. A morbid symptom is only emotional energy coming out the wrong place. Freud, what do you think?
I think a door has been opened. I think you've made a discovery as important as Pasteur's. He isolated the germ. You have isolated the pathogenic memory.
Cicely's may be a unique case.
I'm rather inclined to think she's a classic case.
Would it be possible, Freud, for you to try out this method in the hospital?
Yes. You rode to the middle of the lake. What happens then?
I stand up.
Yes.
The boat rocks. I'm falling. The boat turns over. I'm in the water. My brother calls for help. I swim round the boat, but I can't find him. My brother's gone.
Where is he?
Drowned. The boat sinks. I swim for the shore.
You swim?
I swim.
What are you doing, Dr. Freud? I order you to stop this at once.
Quiet, you fool.
In Professor Meinert's absence, I'm in charge here. You know he does not approve of hypnosis.
Damn you both.
I shall tell Professor Meinert what you've said.
I'll tell him myself.
What can I do for you, Herr Freud?
Professor Meinert, did you give anyone authority to stop me practicing hypnosis?
Of course.
But I took that patient from the general ward. He was not from your department.
You are, Freud.
You realize you're forcing me to resign my post at the hospital.
So, you renounced science finally and completely the day you rejected my offer and went to Paris. Paris, the path to fame and fortune. 6 easy lessons a la Charcot.
How dare you say that?
How will you prevent it? Perhaps you'll hypnotize me. At my command, everyone asleep. The blind at attention. They are ordered to see. Paralytics. About turn. Quick march. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hail, Sigmund Freud. The conquering hero of neuroses. If you knew what a neurosis is. As if your shark on you. It's a way of making life possible. You'd rob them of it. You, Dr. Sigmund Freud, will bring the light of understanding into their poor, benighted souls. And the evil spirits will fly away when the cock crows. Look. Yes, scorpions. The fatal kind from Mexico. I'm testing the effect of that poison on the central nervous system of higher animals. Charming little fellows. Here's the sun test. Well, Freud, do you think light kills evil spirits? I rather think it revives them. If the box remains open, they run about everywhere. Room. The world will be alive with them. Back into darkness. There you are, Freud. Leave to the night what belongs to the night. Schnapps, Freud?
Thank you, I don't drink.
You don't drink? Oh, no. You'd be too afraid of letting yourself go. What would you let slip if you got drunk? One takes every precaution, doesn't one? And walls oneself in. I know what you are. I've been observing you for a long time. And I am certain that neurosis is lying in wait for you. I know the symptoms. I know why you're attracted by other people's madness, because it makes you forget your own. How would you like your own master to be sick of hysteria, a la Charcot? How well you take care of him. No luck. I'm as sound as an apple. Goodbye, Freud. Leave and don't come back. How old are you?
Siggy? Siggy? Dr. Breuer is here.
Breuer. So this is an honor.
I was making a call nearby. I thought I'd stop in. What have you been doing with yourself?
Well, between patients and chest problems, another article for the Neurological Journal.
On the origin of the acoustic nerve. This is pure anatomy.
It's good to be back with experimentally proven facts again. I was homesick for neurology, and I didn't know it.
What about our studies on hysteria?
The discovery is yours. I contributed nothing. There's no reason why you should share the credit.
You look a bit peaked. How's his appetite, Martha?
He eats hardly anything.
Sleeping properly?
Tosses all night and cries out.
I am going to examine him here and now. Sit down, Freud. Open your shirt.
No. No. There's nothing wrong with me, I assure you.
What is it, then? I understand you gave up Fräulein Wolf's case.
Yes.
And Herr Brenner and Frau Jonas.
Yes.
Surely they weren't all cured.
I couldn't, in good conscience, go on prescribing cold baths and massage.
I'm surprised that you're prescribing them at all.
What else is there?
Need you ask? You should see the Kirtner girl. She's living proof of the effectiveness of our hypnotic method. Tell me, Freud, when was the last time you hypnotized a patient?
I don't remember.
Which case was it?
I know, it was the son of a general. His name escapes me.
You never told me about him.
There's little to tell. I saw him once. He was psychotic. I was forced to commit him.
I would like to know, why did you stop in the middle of our work?
Minot says, it is better to keep scorpions locked up in darkness. I'm forced to agree with him.
We're making such strides forward, giant strides. Did you know Minot had a heart attack? I was called in yesterday on consultation.
Will he recover?
Matter of weeks or days. Would you like me to give him any message?
No.
Well, I must be on my way. I have calls to make.
Martha?
There's nothing wrong with him physically.
Thank heaven. And how's Matilda, Dr. Breuer?
Oh, very well, thank you. She's been after me to take a holiday.
I can't even get Sigmund away for an afternoon in the country.
That's the penalty for being a doctor's wife. Let me hear from you, Freud.
You sent for him, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yes, Siggy. But I thought you might be ill. What is it? I can't bear to see you so unhappy. Won't you tell me?
There's nothing the matter with me.
For Dr. Freud.
Siggy. Coachman is waiting. Professor Minor, what does he want?
He's critically ill. Breuer just told me. The arrogance of the man. Come immediately.
He's dying, Siggy.
How amazed he must be at the thought. He always took himself for Jehovah.
Freud, come in. Closer. Come closer. I've read all your pieces in the Neurological Journal. Your style has become more sober, less belligerent. You've learned how to set forth your views without wounding anyone. In short, they're fit for the wastebasket.
If you asked me...
Fair, darling man, please. Breuer tells me that you've given up your idea of proving the existence of hysteria. Pity. I could have settled the question by presenting you with a classic case.
Who?
Myself. I have a whole complex of symptoms. Migraine, night terrors, even paralysis. Remember how I carried my right hand, thumb hooked round a waistcoat button, as I was having my portrait painted? You never suspected, did you?
Did you know all this when you drove me away from your clinic?
I knew it before Sharka. I've known it for 20 years.
And yet you held me up to ridicule before our colleagues, made me out a charlatan?
Ham was accursed by his father for seeing him naked. You were my spiritual son. I'm not sleeping. I'm gathering my energies. Sit down. Don't interrupt. Neurotics form a brotherhood. They learn to recognize each other as I did you. They've only one rule: silence in the presence of the enemy. Our common enemy. The normal people would mock our deformities, torment and degrade us. You, Freud, belong to the brotherhood. I feared you because you seemed determined to betray us. So I did what I could to discredit you. My life has been a sham. I misused my talents, hiding the truth even from myself. I suppressed my real being. Result? I'm dying in a state of pride and ignorance. I don't know who I am. It's not I who live my life, but another. The creation of my vanity. Break the silence. Do what you set out to do. Betray us. We need a traitor. Go to the heart of our darkness. Hunt out the dragon.
Angels and saints slay dragons. Neither.
If you lack the strength, make a pact with the devil. What a splendid thing to descend to hell and light your torch from its fires. Farewell.
Farewell.
Mother's got a great sense of duty. Father thought it was one's duty to enjoy life. He took me everywhere. We were always together. Why, I even ran this house when Mother had her accident.
What accident?
Oh, she was out driving one day. Her cart overturned. She hobbled for some time between life and death.
How old were you then?
13. It was the happiest time of my life. I didn't mean it like that. Of course I missed Mother. Terribly. But I don't know. Father let me arrange the flowers at table, seat the guests. I could put up my hair and wear jewelry. We made a very handsome couple, everybody said. 6 nights of the week and up till all hours.
And the 7th?
Father played tarot. He loved that. I suppose a serious man like you doesn't approve of card playing.
It happens to be my favorite game.
I must revise my idea of you.
You said it was the happiest moment in your life. Then your mother came home.
Everything was changed. It was back to hair ribbons again and bed at 9 o'clock.
Yes?
We stopped overnight in a hotel in Breslau to break the journey. At dawn, we boarded again. Every time the train whistle blew, you cried with terror. You said it was an animal in pain, a big animal.
But I must have heard that same whistle on the way to Breslau. And it didn't frighten me then.
No. You only cried on the second half of the journey.
And it must have happened in the compartment.
What?
The trauma. Whatever incident it was, I connected with the whistle, which frightened me so.
But nothing happened.
You're sure?
In a cheap cabaret. One night after I'd done my turn, I went back to my dressing room, and there was a man sitting there. A handsome, swell, with a flower in his buttonhole. 6 weeks later, we were married.
I marvel at the ease with which you suit things to your own convenience. Yesterday, you condemned parents. Today, it's the children who are guilty.
There is no guilt in sexuality at its source, only after the river has passed through cities.
I disapprove of your new theory. It repels me. Do you think I'm going to risk my reputation as a man and a physician simply to have my name on another book?
We could sign our contributions separately, if you like.
No, I will not be connected with it in any way.
Well, then, let's leave the chapter out.
Thank heaven.
In that case, I shall read it as a paper at the next medical congress.
And end your career in one night. Freud, Sigmund, your father asked me to look after you, take his place in your life. You've accepted me. I've loved you as a son.
Yes, I've loved you.
As your spiritual father, I forbid you to read this paper.
The time comes when one must give up all one's fathers and stand alone. He can understand or contend with it. He is consumed with jealousy, trapped in a conflict between love and hate. There's little new in this. The ancient Greeks revealed their knowledge of these truths in the story of Oedipus, who, all unknowing, killed his father and took his mother to wife. And thereafter was condemned to wander through life, blind and homeless. The shadow of this doom lies over us all.
Sit down!
Will we use it? Let us hope.